Inclusion is one of the foundations of Judaism. In the Torah, in Genesis, it says we are created Bet Shalom Elohim, in the divine image. And that doesn't say only some people are created Bet Shalom Elohim. It says everyone is created Bet Shalom Elohim. We look to the text and we see that Moses was a person who had what we would consider to be a disability and in his speech pattern. And God identified Moses as the person who had the skills and the ability to lead the people out of Egypt.
The whole, having the whole synagogue was really quite helpful, just being able to come in and, be here at times, and is helpful to just have some place I knew I could go.
When David started going to religious school, it was amazing how many people would come and help and offer us encouragement and adaptations just to make it a positive experience.
When it was time for my bar mitzvah, then they made adjustments for stuff that I just couldn't do, like I chanted the Hebrew at the bar mitzvah instead of singing it, and that really helped. They really understood me, what I could and couldn't do, and they believed in me when not even I did.
Working on helping disabled congregants to be more involved with the synagogue.
When Jonathan turned 13, he had a bar mitzvah. One of my fondest memories, when Jonathan was in 5th grade, when he was 11, I got a call from Rabbi Cohen one day, and he said, I'm looking through my dates of Jonathan's class, and I realized we have not set a bar mitzvah date for him. At the time, I had for a few months sort of been turning over in my mind whether I should approach him, whether what we do for a bar mitzvah, whether we could have a bar mitzvah. And the fact that I got that call made a tremendous amount of difference. That it wasn't a question, but the rabbi said, we haven't set a date, what shall we do? It was a very meaningful day. There were lots of family and friends from the congregation here, and Jonathan was part of the community that day in the same way that all the other 13-year-olds were, and I think it was just very powerful for all of us who were here. He was very calm. He did his parts, and it was clear from the way he held himself that it meant something important to him as well. I guess one of the reasons that this has always been really a special place for us, because Jonathan has always had behavior issues. He's non-communication. We've always felt like we had to push to get him to be part of things. And here, it doesn't feel like I had to push. The way the congregation responded when he was young, we always came to children's services, and on several occasions when Jonathan had had a difficult evening, the rabbi always made a point to come to us afterward and say, "Hello, Jonathan, we're glad you're here." So it was one of the few places where our whole family felt that we belonged here together. And I think that was a tremendously important thing for us.
That what I've learned from all of this, I found what makes sense to me is real simple. Like God is just good, or good energy. The more good I do and help others, the more things seem to work out, and it turns out good.
If they want to participate, we will find a way for them to participate in Jewish life here. And I think that really provides exposure for the congregation at large to be able to see that this is truly a house for all people. And that's what we're striving for.